singer and the dancer, but B is the greatest undead player in the world. So B, he's not gonna sing for you. He's not gonna dance. He's not gonna be your servant boy. B just going to do the commentary. So now B, he creep out the gold mine to the left, the other one, not the first one. Listen to B when B tells you the commentary. Okay, now B, going to the goblin merchant. They're gonna creep out those creeps there, because B is the kind of player that like to creep a lot. And they also have the micromanagement, which is very important. We covered this before. I hope you take some notes, so that one day you too can be as good as B. Okay. Now, Gentho, all he's making is he got the level 3 Death Knight, and he got a whole lot of ghouls. It's critical. It's critical that when your opponent goes ghouls, you do not go mass crypt fiends, because as you know, the ghouls is very powerful. So now B is trying to upgrade Spirit Towers as his expansion, but his fastest span may go down here because the Spirit Tower is not done in construction yet. Now it's done, and B is under attack. Gentho got the Zeppelin to try to do some Zeppelin abuse. B, he don't have to do the Zeppelin abuse to be Gosu. B can win without the Zeppelin. Anyway, B, he don't have the teleport scroll, because if you pay attention, B sell the teleport scroll in the beginning so he can make the super ghouls. So now he gonna have to run all the way back to his expansion. B managed to send his Dreadlord down and do a carrier swarm on the Crypt Fiends. So that gonna take some damage off on the Crypt Fiends and soften them up for the ghouls. The Death Knight of Gentho taking some damage, but he used a healing potion, and now B spring the trap on him and bust out the super ghouls. But B, somehow B must have been lag or something. B lost his Dreadlord, but that's okay though. Micromanagement very important. B gonna micromanage in this, and he gonna win. I managed to use a red drake egg, which is going to help me here in this battle, but somehow all my ghouls have died. And B, he don't know how he lost all his ghouls. You can't beat that many ghouls. I totally outmassed ghoul him, and somehow B lost that fight. Frost Nova go off on the Death Knight, but that's okay though. This may look bad for B, but as you will see later, Gentho realized that B is the better player, no matter what it looked like, and B gonna win the game. Take my word for it. Okay, so now Gentho taking out the fastest span of B, and B in big trouble now, but that's okay. It's nothing to fear. It's just the Lich, the Death Knight, and a whole bunch of Crypt Fiends and ghouls, and some Furbolgs. It's nothing to fear, because I'm B, and you can't beat B. Unless B is in a tournament, then he play with all the cheaters, then B don't win the tournament. But you know that B cannot be beat legitimately. Did I say that right? I'm sorry. B, he may be Gosu, but he's kind of speak funny. That's okay though. Anyway, B, he's chopping the wood with the ghouls, trying to make the comeback with the ghouls, chopping the wood. It's very critical that you chop the wood. Only here in the B commentary can you get that kind of tips and insight into undead Gosuness. You make the ghouls, you chop the wood. And I got my Dreadlord back. I got a scroll of healing and a potion of healing on my Dreadlord. I do Carrion Swarm on those Furbolgs, but they're trying to take out my graveyard because they know that the wood is critical to B's build orders and his strategies. So they take out the graveyard so he cannot chop the wood faster. Now I'm trying to get Ghoul Frenzy at my crypt. I think it's gonna finish before they destroy the crypt, and it does. So that's good because B, now he can still make the ghouls. And he can make the ghouls faster with the Ghoul Frenzy. Okay, now B, he has his Dreadlord and 5 ghouls. And obviously, Gentho, knowing that B is the master of micromanagement. Even though it looked like Gentho have the superior force, he gonna retreat because B, he got the Goose, and he got the Death Knight, and the Dreadlord. Okay, there are corpses all over the base, so you can tell that B is just messing around. It's nothing to fear, it's just a custom game. It may look like the ladder game, but B would never get beat this badly in ladder, and you know that. Okay, so now Gentho, he gonna bring his units, and he head toward B's base, and let's see if he is the map hacker like Fear Fact, because everyone knows that Fear Fact could not beat B unless he cheated. But you know that because B is the master of the ghouls and the undead. Okay, so now B, he sent out the Acolyte. He's gonna do another fastest span over on the left. But now his base under attack. B trying out the new units, the statues. They may not be ghouls, but they're still pretty good. They're okay. But now they're taking out the slaughterhouse, so they're not gonna be no more statues. And Gentho tried to tower rush B. Now I don't know what he's thinking, but B not gonna lose to tower rush. B is the master of the micromanagement and the ghouls. He's not gonna lose to tower rush. So now B come in the base, and he's taking out the units of Gentho. The ghouls just chopping, and kicking some ass right there, just like I predict. And now B make the brilliant comeback. He gonna fend off this attack at his base. Frost Nova go off again, but that's okay. It's nothing to fear. It's just a Frost Nova. It's just level 1. The ghouls gonna live through it. Now I got level 2 on the Dreadlord. Now I got the Vampiric Aura. I think I picked the Vampiric Aura. Let me check and see. Yes, B picked the Vampiric Aura. And now I don't know what Gentho is doing. He's trying to build the Tomb of Relics in B's base, and he's still trying to make the towers. But now B, he's fending off this attack right here. I'm sure you're not surprised. B can do no wrong. B not taking out the Crypt Fiends. They're gonna do burrow. That's not fair. That's not fair at all. How is the ghoul supposed to chop the Crypt Fiends when they burrowed? B did not like to burrow, and he manages to kill another Crypt Fiend. I used the Dust of Appearance so I can see the burrow Crypt Fiend, and I kill them. Gentho have both his heroes and his Zeppelin, and he has Tower Rush B. B not gonna like that. B send the ghouls to his house when he has sleep. They go out to his bushes and they chop the wood. That show him you don't mess with B, cause B have lots of ghoul friends, and B have the super ghouls. If he save up enough allowance, he can buy the super ghouls at the Tomb of Relics. Then you're really in trouble then. Okay, so B, I'm gonna finish off these last towers in my base. At this point, Gentho has to be totally demoralized because he tried to kill B and he couldn't do it because B, well, you know the rest. B is the best. Okay, so now B